Do you like Nick? Do you get on with him? Do you like Nick? Do you get on with him? Nick Kyrgios? Do you like Nick Kyrgios? Do you get on with him?
I don't know. I don't know him personally, honestly, to have a clear opinion. When he's ready to play his best tennis and play with passion, he's one of these guys. When he's doing the other stuff, of course I don't like.
Well, that was a rather diplomatic answer. I think we all know the truth is that they are not that fond of each other. What do you expect from this one, Jim?
Well, Nick was also pretty gracious towards Rafa after the match in a couple of interviews. So maybe they're just trying to soften the edges, knowing that the press down here is going to play up their conflict in the past and the words that they've had sort of back and forth. This is good news for just anyone who won the match last night. It was going to be good news for Rafa because they were both so tired, played a lot of tennis. Nadal will love the fact that Kyrgios is carrying a little bit of an injury right now too. So I think this sets up well for Rafa. Nick has played really well, and it's been a big storyline in the tournament, but I don't think that he's going to be able to challenge him, frankly, unless he serves 80% first serves in play.
I think some of that relationship is maybe some personal friction, and Kyrgios made some intemperate remarks last year, but I think a lot of this is just sort of philosophical. That is not how Rafa Nadal goes about his business. Rafa did have one interesting point in press yesterday, though. He said, look, I like anything that makes this sport bigger, and Nick Kyrgios makes tennis bigger, and I will grant him that. So this is a subplot to this match they're going to play, but I thought Rafa handled that very deftly.
I'm not sure Rafa would have given that answer in Acapulco last March when they were argy-bargying at each other.
Well, Rafa's so old school, respect for the elders and respect for the top players, and Nick certainly hasn't shown it to certain players, he's shown it to others. So he's kind of picky about his respect, but it's all good. Bottom line is you have to hit the ball and win the match, and Rafa knows that. So he will be happy to have the racket do the talking.
All right, so tactically speaking, it's no secret that Rafa wants to get as many forehands as he humanly can. Jim, how has he been going about that?
He's doing amazingly well, especially on the first shot after his serve. Once he gets that serve in play, he's so quick to get into his backhand corner. Carreño Busta doing everything he can to get the ball to the backhand, but Nadal is picking it up. Really, if you're playing Rafa, you need to hit a few down the line here to force him to cover that piece. I'm going to be fascinated to see where Nadal serves to Kyrgios too, because Kyrgios' two-handed backhand return can get into that corner. But Rafa has taken so many shots here at the Australian Open inside the baseline and with his forehand. No wonder he's having no trouble. So he's going to need to serve into the Kyrgios forehand to avoid having more backhands, Martina.
I think to get to somebody's backhand, you need to go to the forehand. So I think players need to go down the line more to Rafa's forehand or keep the ball short, because that does not allow Rafa the time to run around his backhand to hit a forehand. So, slice it or just a little short cross court and get into the point that way, but it's easier said than done.
What do we always say about Rafa? That the barometer of his play is often that up-the-line forehand. Yesterday he had 21 points with the serve and forehand winner combo, the shot and the chaser. Quick second on Nick's backhand, which I think you mentioned this on the broadcast. Nick Kyrgios' backhand, a tremendous shot that we don't talk about enough. That slapper, that was something, huh?
That's all I talk about when I watch him play is why are people serving to it? That's suicide. This guy's backhand is so short and compact, and he just doesn't miss those returns. And his forehand, if you get it there, especially on the second serves, he puts so much more topspin on it. You have something to hit against. He hits that two-hander, it stays low. You're on the defensive. It's a nightmare. We experienced it in Davis Cup with him. Not a good thing.
7 previous meetings between Nick and Rafa. Rafa has the edge, but only 4-3. Next meeting is tomorrow.